In 1946, I was a kindergartner. That had happened. I was only not even quite 6 years old. Then my teacher didn't show up. That made me scared because I knew where she lived.
It was important to me because the people we interviewed, especially Auntie Lucille, to the younger generation, she's not gonna be here. That's like the sad truth of it. And so I wanted to keep her story alive because I grew up listening to that story, and growing up from kindergarten to now listening to the same story, you start to realize the actual like impact of what she went through. My personal goal to like have my like film played in a theater. And then I always thought that like, oh, that's a very like far down the road, like that's not gonna happen. And I remember sitting in the seat and like watching the title screen and then me show up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm actually here. Like this is actually happening. Coming from such a small school, it's like I'm like on a big screen in front of like hundreds of people. So it was nerve-wracking and very gratifying at the same time. Very surreal. I didn't think it was actually gonna win. Like I felt like it was going to place high at least, but I made the film because I just felt like it was a story that needed to be told. And so it was a very big surprise to me and Tristan at the event, because in my head, I was like, we're gonna get a commemoration or participation award and that's it. And then we're like second in the state, and we're like, what? Wait a minute. You shouldn't let your environment dictate where you go in life, basically. That's what very surprised me, that coming from a charter school that we still come in to compete, or like we could still compete with like big schools that like get tons of funds.
It is kind of like, you know, we're small fish in a big pond kind of thing, because Archie and Tristan's film placed with the likes of Iolani and Kamehameha schools. You just need to be a hard-working, responsible student. And that's, I guess, the thing that we want to perpetuate, you know, in education, just overall, like besides the money, besides going far in life, you know, just overall being a good person and representing the community that you come from, you know, and representing that community well. And I hope that, you know, this inspires students coming up from elementary and middle to also reach for the highest point that they can, you know, because it only sets them up for greatness in the future.